Hey everyone, Phi Farley here. It is December 28th. Happy Monday, everybody. College basketball best bet coming to you live here in 1 second. I'm going to get to a game. I'm going to break it down for you with a side and total. One thing's interesting that I just want to say here out of the gates is tallying my record here since college basketball has started. It's looking at right now, the total record is 103-73. A lot of action, had a lot of big games. This is going to start to tail back here as we get into January and conference play. But at this point, we're 30 games over 500. That's for a $100 bet, $2,270 over the bankroll, added to the bankroll. It's just under 60%, which is where I want to be. And then totals also sitting at 22 and 15, just under 60%. That's where I want to be. Daily best bets, 37.5%. Not where I want to be. Let's put it that way. Really odd. And I'd like to point it to something and say, let's fix that, tweak that. I just think it's an oddity. I just think it's something that's happened. It'll right itself as the year goes on. So I've done this now this is my third or fourth, I think, basketball season, putting videos out there, daily best bets out there through the year. So nothing's changed. It should right itself. So all the other plays are winning holistically. They're where I want to be anyway. I want to be about that 60% range, and that's right where we're at. But the daily best bets, for some reason, yesterday was a winner. Happy about that with Green Bay getting the win and the cover. Not the win, but the cover. Hopefully these daily best bets start cashing for everyone just tuning in here. All the other plays are posted on patreon.com/PhiFarley. Like I said, the Hartford already winning today. New Jersey IT getting the win over Vermont. These back-to-back games are really a place we can key in on. Make sure you are noting where the line is moving, where the sharp money is at, where the big money is at. I would recommend tracking that as those games are coming in. Today, a lot of money on the Hartford, and the Hartford coming back for a win, and a lot of money on Binghamton, a lot of money on New Jersey IT. So all those teams getting the job done. So make sure you're tracking those back-to-back games to see if we're going to have a follow-up. Now, I will say this game hasn't tipped off. Drake, Indiana State, a lot of money on Drake because Drake has covered in every single game, so you're going to get a lot of repeat money. Always important to know why, not just what. So is it coming in on Drake? Absolutely. Why is that? Because they've covered on every single game, of course. It should come in on that side. Indiana State is not a terrible team, but the line has bumped up towards that Drake side. Not saying anything about a play on that one at this point. All right, real quick also, NFL, great day yesterday, 5-1 overall. Really excited about an 8-team parlay that I did. Not something I recommend doing, but I did it for fun. And 4 of the 5 teams' NFL games have already won. The last one pending is the Bills tonight, which is one of my plays. It's my final play of the weekend. So hopefully a 6-1 weekend. And then also I got 3 college bowl games that were my favorite bowl games here going forward. So it may end up being a situation where I'm hedging or hopefully end up winning on this nice parlay that is running for me. I'll keep you posted on how that goes through the bowl season, as long as Bills win tonight and cover the 7. So we'll see how that goes. All right, let's talk a little bit about the daily best bet. We got a good situation here going Big Ten with Michigan State. Now, normally Michigan State's going to Minnesota. Normally in the Big Ten, I don't like to take road favorites at all. I lean towards the home team in the Big Ten. It is so hard to win on the road in the Big Ten. However, this year is a little different. We don't have those home court advantages, those home crowds we would normally be playing with, and we definitely don't in Minnesota right now. So there's not that edge factor that you get in a normal year. We've already seen Wisconsin go up and get the job done on the road and the cover on the road. We've seen Rutgers go on the road, get the job done. We've even seen Northwestern, I think it was, go on the road and get the job done. So this is not as big of a year for that home court advantage as we normally would have. You know, on KenPom, when we look at that, we normally are adding 4.5 points for the home team. That is not the case this year. When we look at KenPom and these two teams, Michigan State is a 17.85 So 17.85 points better than the average team. Minnesota, 16.51. So we're looking at about a point advantage towards Michigan State. Now, the bigger thing is when we look over to the offense and defensive efficiency, we see that Minnesota, 22 in offense, 58 in defense. Michigan State, 11 in offense, 61 defense. 61 is going to be a whole lot better than Iowa was that Minnesota just faced. And the reason that's important is because Minnesota just went to overtime, winning the game in overtime, took 102 points to do so. 102-95 was the final against Iowa. And now they got to come right back and play a Michigan State team that is going to be very, very hungry for a win. Why are they hungry? Because they went to Northwestern and lost. And then they had Wisconsin come into their house and beat them quite handily, winning by 9. That was the road win I was referring to here in the Big Ten. Michigan State needs a win, and they need it now. They need to win this game tonight. And the line here set at what was a 1-point dog moved all the way to a 2-point favorite in the side of Michigan State. Tonight is a night in which they can catch the Gophers in a slouching spot. They played Iowa, which plays horrible defense. In fact, for a top 5 team, when we look at them, Ken Pom has them number 5, but 92nd ranked in defense. It's because their offense is so good. They play no defense. So now you got a Michigan State team that plays really good offense and plays some defense. They're not going to be ready for that when they have tired legs. Minnesota just playing this game, like I said, 102 points, hustling and running against Iowa the whole time. Not a lot of defense played, and now you get a Michigan State team that's amped up, that's going to play good defense and needs to win this game coming into town. That said, we also have Minnesota going on what is a crazy 7-game streak of ranked opponents. They just played Iowa, then they have Michigan State, then they have Wisconsin, then they have Ohio State, then they have Michigan, then they have Iowa, then they have Michigan again. All ranked top 25 opponents. That is one hell of a run. Good luck to them. And they start that whole run with an overtime win at home. Good job against Iowa. I think this is a spot in which Michigan State, who I'm not a huge fan of, I think has a good opportunity to get the win on the road against a Minnesota team that gets a very emotional win over that top 5 opponent in Iowa at home. Here, I think they're going to be let down and wanting to move on as Michigan State really, really needs to capture this win. That said, hey, I'm 37.5% on these daily best bets, but that's baked into the cake of almost 60% here on the season. So hopefully we'll start riding that ship. I believe we will. And you can check all my plays out over on patreon.com/Phi Farley, including the Monday Night Football game and the college bowl games here will all be posted over there as well. So good luck, everyone. We'll see you again soon.